Saturday Showdown, Gen G Esports versus D+ Kia.
You lock somebody down, the Callista even in the front line, and then you just follow up and blow her up before she can actually get that bailout reset. And it looks like the answer here is going to just be sit in the top lane with Perfect on Cassante here.
The Callista Renata without any real need to worry about it. Really cool stuff here from KT. See whether it works. We get onto the Rift, as he is wont to do.
It's a very POG champion, Ivern.
Yeah, I feel like he needs something a bit off the wall, you know, to be the one that he's really into. I agree.
As POG cleared the Wolf camp out, now going to try to see what information he can glean from this.
Scatter.
Early on that one from BDD.
Wanting to just try and convince Showmaker to go aggressive. There's the flash. Dark Sphere comes out, and that gets the flash out from Showmaker as well. Trigger Seed needing to be avoided.
Really to write home about is POG's back, and no flash for Showmaker.
Yeah, there's another scatter. Now that song cooldown as now BDD's looking for more, and I think Showmaker might be dead this time. He gets the reset, and there is the kill. POG collecting first blood here for KT. Some information being gained, but I don't think they have the priority in order to try and fight for Steve, Bob, and Kevin. And so they will just be taken here by KT. See whether they can get towards that nice little 6 or 5 mark to allow the Void Mites to come out.
Yeah.
So it's some different ideas as to how this is going to be played out. But D+, they're looking to try and get towards his bottom lane. And Lucid just delivering a present. Okay, that's a big flash already. Fate's Call was channeled. And that's why you can see Lucid just getting the heck out of there.
He knows about this.
Yeah, he's just backing away. Beryl maybe a little bit in the wrong spot as there is the Nature's Grasp. But now Fate's Call just going to be utilized. And man, if you're a player like Beryl, Fate's Call is a pretty good ability.
Yeah, he just spots it out, and that was completely planned here from Deft and Beryl. Just make sure they can't dive while Fates call you back in. Is this going to be plate gold going over to aiming regardless, and some farm denied here from Deft, so it is a successful cross map, but Grub's going over. Feels really good here for KT with the Tristana in their composition, and now they can rotate over and contest this Drake. And now this is going to be very likely the equalization of Drakes here. D+ kind of sort of contesting, but not really. They're just watching it happen. With the Ivern brushes here, there's no information. There's a control ward in the pit. And I think that failed bottom side dive, you know, really did a number on them. You traded Fate's Call for Lucid's ultimate, but you need Lucid's ultimate to contest that Drake there.
There's a handshake. Aiming taking a fair bit of damage here. Featherstorm has to be used, and Deft gets himself a shield. So look, I don't know what else he was going to do in that situation. I'll just check this brush. I'm sure that there's no one in there. All right, Kellen looking for an opportunity as hostile takeover comes in. They're just battling one another, and Deft standing his ground. So they're going to trade 2 ultimates for just 1. So that seems all right here for D+. So as he puts these armor items together, he's going to be feeling better and better. We've seen this one before. Scatter the Weak does come through, but now Lucid, he's here. Buster Shot going to be utilized from BDD, and the slowdown comes in. He has to flash, but there's the flash twisted advance right on top, and the unleashed power comes in. It's Lucid that locks down the kill, the first for D+, and a little bit late is KT on the rotation.
Yeah. KT have these brushes set up very difficult to approach here. Lucid does have his ultimate. He's going to need to use it to contest.
Yeah, Daisy moving on forward. Here's the Nature's Grasp. The hostile takeover is decent as well, though, as Lucid's so tanky. That's going to be the first kill onto POG. Lucid's out of there as well, and Kingan's in. It's a double here as Deft goes down. Make that one a triple as Showmaker. He's feeling fantastic about how this one's going now.
Massive.
2 Drakes as well.
Perhaps of someone like Kingan, someone like Lucid.
Beryl is big time dead. The Infernal Chains do connect onto Deft, but he will survive for the moment. He has POG there, and there's the Beryl we remember and know and love.
It's definitely on the no side, not on the love side, let's say, on the know and love there.
If you don't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, Wolf. As the Baron has been started up here by D+, it is going down extremely quickly, as well as now Kellen seems to be on the minds of KT. This Baron needs to be looked at. Let's see whether POG can get in there. He's stolen Barons in the past, but I don't know about this one. This is a toughie. 2.5k does flash to get himself out of the way of this one. A possibility, not going to be able to get in there. Lucid, good fingers. He's going to be able to get that one down. And now Perfect, he just has to escape. Deft trying to get some sticks in as Lucid goes for the re-engage. Beryl gets into the backline. The hostile takeover is decent. And there's the Fate's Call as well, but Deft is in so much trouble. Will have the opportunity to get a quick kill, but Beryl not going to be so happy about the situation. Yoshik, he's got long legs. He can walk pretty quickly. But D+, they've got a Baron. They're already very happy about how this one went.
Showmaker going to try to stop the execute here. Can he get it? Def thinks he can fight this out. Don't know about that.
Does not happen. Showmaker will just say, no, you're just going to die. And he is. It's just about when and how. Showmaker grabs it in the end.
Everybody match Def's KEKW. That's what we need. Cleanses, backs away, but it's not enough.
Let's have a listen. Oh, Showmaker, what are we saying? Come here. Come here. Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Yep.
You'll love to see it.
Pyoshik's dead.
Yeah, we
And
cut
with
away.
those orbs on the ground. Now, Wolf, you're a detective, right? What happened?
Well, we cut away from Perfect interacting with King in there, it looked like, stopping a back, and then we went to the other side, and it looked like Pyoshik may have just gotten caught and found trying to farm or get vision. He's very squishy, Ivern.
Yeah. He may have been orbed.
He may have. There's a lot of damage here for this D+ that's now 10,000 gold ahead and trying to end the game.
Indeed. And they are not going to be stopping here. First two inhibitors have been taken down. BDD on the wrong side of the map to try and defend this, as Perfect diving in doesn't find the Q though. And look at the damage here from D+. He's still able to get himself away. I don't know about Beryl being lucky being able to get out of that, but he does get to the fountain with the Fate's Call. Def now in a little bit of trouble. Dove on top of with the quickness. No one's dead just yet. Actually kind of impressive, but the Nexus turrets are, so this Nexus is definitely going to go down. It's just whether or not they can get some kills, and there goes Perfect. That's the first one. And aiming, looking for a few more, you could imagine. Finally, it is Kingin that just goes down, but the Nexus, the most important part, is going to follow him. And D+ Kia collecting their first win in this series against KT.
Kingin, massive amounts of damage, went for that new Lethality Hydra item.
Yeah.
And picked up 18K. The Profane Hydra he bought first. Definitely did wonders for his power spike in the mid game. He exploded. That's just a tease Ox. He's definitely going to play Rumble.
Yes. That makes sense.
That just woke Ox up. He fell asleep after that long first game. And
Will it be the same result? That'll give us a third game. I'm kind of down with that. Let's get onto the Rift.
Where, KT is a strong team. I'm very excited for Telecom War. I shouldn't have used that word, but excited for Telecom War next week. That is to say.
Yep.
I threw myself out with the E word.
Do it. That's okay. You didn't say it. I didn't hear it. I don't know what you're talking about. And if KT loses, it's your fault. So let's just go with
nice
that.
Harpoons there from Kingin.
Okay, we're just going on a jolly little jaunt here. RKT just walking along by. They're saying, welcome to our campfire. Hope you have a good time.
And we saw this yesterday as well. This is kind of a new tech where you just wrap around at level 1. With Milio, you have that extra healing, which is super strong at level 1, plus the range with the Calibrum, and you just kind of chunk, and if they try to kite away, you can continue to hit them because you have such insanely long range. Okay, Lucid topside.
Yeah, perfect. Gonna have to pop the Ghost. Let's see whether that's going to allow him to survive. The Harpoon's going to land, and he's really dead, guys. Really, very much dead. Big time dead. And there goes the Udyr. That is first blood going over to DK.
Yeah. They're not able to give the kill over to Kingin, which is a little bit unfortunate, but, Lucid will take the gold. Knocking this Udyr out of lane early is going to leave a lot of the pressures. Meanwhile,
yep, in goes Pyoshik, and that is a really dead aiming. Deft and Beryl doing a lot of that work beforehand, but you can see Pyoshik, he got that knock-up sorted, and then made sure that that was a kill that was definitely going to happen, aiming with Ignite as well. And back he comes. I've seen this one before. Wow. That was almost like a tutorial of how to dive a turret, and it worked out quite nicely. There's a flash from BDD as Showmaker comes in as well. Down relatively low, not able to do too much damage to BDD here just yet, because they're having Identity Crisis at the same time.
Dive set up, by the way, for Perfect here. Lucid is just ready to press R on him.
Well, Perfect should be able to deal with the wave relatively quickly, but in he goes. Yeah, equalizes down as well. This is a very dead Udyr. Once again, Lucid tanks it up just enough. And that is going to be another one. Oh, he's going to go for the back, and then he gets the bad news. Equalizer does come down. Beryl burning. There's the flash. He gets kicked back, and that is potentially a 1-for-1, but never you mind. Deft has to flash, and the Emperor's Divide gets Showmaker out of there. POG wanting to get the knock-up. He will. Win becomes lightning. Double kill for the Azir, but 2 for 2 is not what KT wanted.
They saved the play. And watch, this is from Kingan's first-person view.
Oh, man.
I like this Ghost Blade Atlas here from aiming as well.
Oh, okay, that's a bit of a newie. As Perfect now finding himself with a few bad guys around. Cease and desist comes in. There's an equalizer dropped on top of the Udyr. And yeah, Barbecue
set himself up for success.
Oh, I've seen this movie before. Vault Breaker comes out. Perfect is just trying to stay alive, but he's just dead. There's nothing he can do about it. 3-0-1 now for Lucid on this Vi.
I mean, Perfect's turning into a bank, man. They just keep making withdrawals.
Yeah. So next time you're piloting the Herald in the LCK, don't do that. That would be silly.
It's basically penalty declined by D+, though.
And looks like Perfect is, oh no, he even
This is not a replay.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, it's live, but it's yeah. I would agree. I actually think that you're mentioning the map control certainly is a really big thing. As Cease and Desist going to be used here as another equalizer comes down. Emperor's Divide going to be used here as PDD burning, and in goes Showmaker. The flash. Oh! Just the edge of the dash cannon.
And yes, it's a great play from Showmaker, but it's also set up very well by Lucid. Saying he has flash.
잡은 것 같아. 잡았어.
TPing. He just had a good.
나이스.
Nice.
That's a happy Lucid right there.
In bottom side, it's going to take him a little while to do so, but who's going to punish? It's going to be maybe POG here?
Yeah, well, I don't know whether Perfect is really going to do too much by himself, but let's see whether POG can actually help out here. As Kingan, 1 versus 2, teleports coming in. There's the equalizer. Can they actually do this? Kingan's just going to chase down Perfect, and yeah, he definitely can do this. Did Showmaker even need to turn up? Well, he likes it because he picks up 2 kills, but I have a feeling Kingan would have been fine.
And this is what I was saying. I mean, the Rookrun just doesn't, it's not going to help you. It's not enough. You're too far behind. He's got Crypt Bloom done.
That's not what we wanted.
We're just not gonna explain what an Odyssey is. You know, you know.
Yeah, you do.
By the way, I am one.
Yeah, it's an older gentleman in Korea.
Really good equalizer. POG can't do anything. He's burned down. Akali comes over and just picks up some money because, like you said, not even 100% necessary.
벌어주잖아. 럼블 형 미쳤어 그냥.
It's a very happy Showmaker.
He's very happy.
럼블.
This Rumble is crazy.
Yeah. This is why a 1-game performance on Perfect, you always have to be cautious. We had that POG performance on the Cassante, right? And this time it's not necessarily his fault. I mean, what can you do? But the resources were given bottom. They're going to start this Baron again.
And Kingan has Equalizer and Teleport. He's going to use the Teleport now. Teleport coming in from Perfect as well, who's going to soak the culling. That is valuable. As the tidal wave comes in, Deft is going to tank it. Now POG in the pit secures the Baron, but Kingan, 1 versus 3 is melting them. He's going to break what used to be a stopwatch, does eventually go down thanks to POG making his return. And now because of that, so much of their damage is now missing. It's going to have to be on Showmaker to make it happen. Lucid dives on in there as BDD goes golden as well. Aiming has to really make something happen, but Lucid's going to go down first. And look at Perfect. He's frontlining. He's doing it. He's relevant.
He's getting help from Barrel. He's helping.
Yeah, it's continuing to kind of work out here as POG's at full health, just chasing after them. And now Callan, yeah, fish food for the Azir.
And the re-engage there from D+ after losing control of the Baron just felt so puzzling, and it's not the first time we've seen Lucid just go, hey, I'm going in.
They got booped over and over again. There were boopenings all over the place.
Okay, we're doing it again.
Yeah, Lucid standing in the back of the pit. This could be Ocean Soul. He does manage to get in, but doesn't manage to get the Drake. Goes for the cease and desist, and there's the equalizer on top of Deft, and they take him down. Now Showmaker's looking for Barrel. They take another. Lucid might go down, but I think the damage has been done. POG, kind of massive, gets the knock up on a Showmaker. That's a lot of damage now mitigated. And Kingan can't do anything. What is this? This Sin Zhao is
He's doing so much.
Gigantic.
It's actually insane. He just can't be hurt.
I guess not. BDD, he can. Oh my God, POG, you monster. Oh, he's not going to be able to make it happen. There's the double as Kingan picks up the ace. They miss out on Soul. Are they ever going to be able to do anything about it, is the question. They do see that it's going down, and now Beryl wandering on over. Look at all of the vision available here for D+, and it is burning, continuing to go down. Pioshik trying to get in there, the culling trying to soften him up, but it's just not going to work out. This is definitely going to go down. Pioshik, can he get in? Oh my god, that went down to way too low. D+, that is terrifying, but they are able to lock down the Baron.
KT now going to scramble to defend, but look at Showmaker in the top lane. He's pushing down that inner. His turret's not long for the world.
Yeah, there's a flash forward from Lucid. BDD does go golden, but now his turret is gone. He gets over the wall, and Perfect is going to be the sacrifice. The Emperor, he told him, my subject, you must go, for I must live. And that is precisely what happened. But the base, it definitely didn't. Beryl has made it back. He's got his little knapsack here, but 1 second, and there is the final Ocean Dragon of this game. And there's a flash forward from Deft. Don't know about that one. What was the... Huh.
Yeah, did
he have one last Gravitum or something that I did not see?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Nothing to get there, but now he's down flash. Still has his GA, of course, but I think you're going to die twice with this one if you do. KT really trying to find any opportunity here. Rumble showing topside, but Kingen has teleport, so he can join in at any time. As Pioshik is wrapping around, looking for aiming.
Going for the hero play. There's the flash forward. He finds the Crescent Guard, and aiming is just going to explode. Deft picks up the kill. Now there's no AD carry, but they're still pushing forward. They're trying to eliminate any way for them to actually counter push, but Baron is up. Soul was taken.
For pushing to end here could be an option as well, but there's a Rumble.
Yeah, the Equalizer will be able to deal with that wave very, very effectively, but they're still pushing. I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Really tanky, but remember, yeah, you just don't do very much damage to these turrets when Showmaker is dealing with all of these minions. Okay. So they will secure the Baron. They can play defense with that one.
Back with this. As we're going to watch the play from Pioshik, coming around, sweeps it, knows he's unseen. The man is backing, and they don't have vision, he calls, and they go in and take aiming out. That's what leads to the push mid. A little bit tougher to actually just blow somebody up. Still does a lot of damage, though.
Yeah. Pioshik now off on the side. He's going to spot Lucid here, but might be in trouble. There's the flash in. Lucid, he's pulled the trigger. Empress Divide gets rid of him. The calling's not doing that much, but in goes Kingen. He's trying to be the hero, but Deft is still alive. Lucid's out of there. Showmaker's looking for it, but it's not going to work out. And KT, they'll find the team fight. And do you know what the best part about this is? It means it ain't over yet. We're going to Game 3.
Game 3, baby! And that was sick play from Deft, positioning so good. BDD with the Emperor's Divide and D+, they had so much control. Lucid goes in. The first time he went in, gave KT an angle back in. The second time, they dealt with him. The Emperor's Divide was clutch.
And just the fact that he has so much fun playing the game. And if you saw the player cams, and what is the answer here on the side of KT?
Definitely, I mean, it's definitely the most optimal pick. I mean, Gnar is a easier quote-unquote champion to play to the Cassante and another strong counter. And, you know,
we'll just have to see how it works out. It is the final game of the week. D+ versus KT, Game 3.
Gonna feel decent to have that. Started the Doran's Blade in this matchup.
Yep.
As well.
Actually, I really like that. The idea of giving him something that he is comfortable on after a game like that is very, very smart.
Not really, anyways. As Lucid is going to come over here, we'll be seen by this ward, you have to think.
Yeah,
perhaps just skirted around?
Yeah, no, the ward isn't in the brush.
Oh, yeah.
So they know that Lucid's completely unseen, able to get over that ward into the brush without actually being spotted, and Dissonance going to land. BDD is almost in that danger zone. And there he gets the bad news. The flash will be needed, but can he actually get out at all is the question. Clockwork wind up. There's a cute little flash, but BDD is now going the wrong direction, and there it is. The flash forward from Showmaker and the collection of the kill. Really nice first blood here for D+.
And I was going to say, it's really wise, I think, of BDD not to flash here and to just let it go over. Is at least able to force the flash out of Showmaker with this, but now he's flashless against this Orianna that can have a little bit of power once she hits level 6 if Lucid makes another pass at the lane, because Lucid, of course, gets to keep his flash, doesn't need it there.
Yeah, it's really nicely done. Perfect gonna have to flash as well here towards the top side of the map. Kingen not even utilizing his ghost, so really nice return as Lucid. He's just everywhere on this map right now. Kingen's still in a real rough spot. Laning into the Gnar can be quite difficult. He's He's doing his best to find as much farm as possible as the hop is going to connect.
Perfect.
Is this a solo kill? Kingin is just going to die. All right, perfect. He's back on. He's back on. Took him a couple of games, but here he is.
Well.
Oh, let's check out the solo kill once again. It was Casante's at low health. I hit him with hop.
Yeah.
And he did a dive.
And he also, of course, just hit the hyper procs. Like,
Yeah.
보여주냐? 흥민아? 흥민아!
just yelling his name out.
Cute.
And
All right, Pioshik.
I think
BDD
this
in
is,
the area.
you know, Lucid is very much aware that something could be going on here. He's not going to mess around with that. He doesn't have anything to get in the jungle over there anyways.
Okay, Showmaker does have his flash, is going to use it, but there's the cease and desist. Glacial Prison does come through. Shockwave as well, but Pioshik is going to be able to stand his ground. Some low health bars from both Showmaker and Pioshik, but they do both survive. And Lucid now moving on over. BDD knows that he can just get this stun. Wasn't spotted. Lucid now looking for an opportunity. Glacial Prison comes down, but Deft is free hitting. There's the ult out from Kellen, but already their jungler has gone down, and now Pioshik's on top of Showmaker. He can now get out of there. BDD's also safe. They'll grab a Drake and pick themselves up a kill. And we're just jostling for position. You can tell that the last game was pretty intense.
Yes.
You know, like with the how these players are playing.
Some fatigue is showing.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But it's fatigue, but it's also like you don't want to be the one to mess up this game because the last one's intensity was so high. As cease and desist comes in, that is a decent avoidance there by Kingin, utilizing the all-out.
Yeah, really nice all-out there from Kingin to escape this follow-up from BDD. He'll be able to recover. If he chooses to teleport, though, that will be teleport advantage going to BDD.
Aiming? Okay. He's able to run away. That means that Lucid may not have as much of a good time.
I don't think
over
so.
here, and he's going to have to back away. Beryl and Deft. We'll just say leave Shelly alone.
This is really reminiscent of KT's series against Fear X. Just so much control of the map everywhere that you could play this tug-of-war push and pull game and just constantly keep the enemy team on the back foot.
Like we saw last time.
He's got Cyclo Sword, so if BDD hits anyone, they die.
All right, Lucid does find BDD, but there's the ulti out of Beryl to keep him safe. Shockwave is really good, though. Unleashed Power comes in, and that's a way to make an entrance. Pioshik, who gets exhausted immediately and has to flash away. Aiming at full health is going to keep himself alive, and we're going to have to count some summoner spells to work out who won.
As it's just going to take a long time for this to go down. It does go down quickly enough, but you just get to put Lenara in a spot to farm, and he has TP, so there's no real threat. BD also having TP, there's no real threat of this turret, the inner, going down, and KT are just getting gold everywhere on the map. D+ gave up a dragon and are going to lose more gold overall as this inner here in mid is just going to get burned down by these Voidlings.
Yeah,
and all of these turrets have been healthy for so long that they had to commit like 4 people to almost get a turret and try to kill BDD. And KT are getting more turrets elsewhere on the map, and they're going to have to commit TP.
Yeah, all out is going to come through here as Perfect could be in trouble. Showmaker comes down, gets the command protect. Nara into the wall, trying to find it here is Perfect, but he throws the house away, and the wallop ain't going to do nothing. So Showmaker going to be able to lock down the kill, and that is going to give a whole lot of space.
That huge, the leaps that D+ have to go to catch up on gold. It's just really one team fight in that mid turret that stands between KT as Lucid.
Oh yeah, there's the cease and desist. Scat of the week, Lucid's gonna flash. He is so tanky. This Frozen Heart build's working out real nice. And the culling in the last few bullets are gonna do it. So finally, he does go down.
They say we're not going to that bowling alley with an Orianna ball on the other side. Even with Rookern done here, there's so much damage coming through from BDD onto Lucid. Unfortunately, the sidestep attempt goes a little wrong here, as Deft will end up ultimately taking him out here, even off screen.
That shielding really is helping out here in this particular moment.
It's a tug-of-war game here, now that the turret's gone for that Baron. Prio's aiming's going in.
Yeah, BDD gonna get exhausted. There's Scat of the week. The ulti comes through from the cat, and the Syndra is dead. Now they're lined up. Perfect wanting to find a way in as Deft is dashing forward. Danger, absolutely, but still, it is going to be DK backing off. No one wanting to overcommit, no one wanting to make the big play to try and end it.
If this is just not sussed out, they get away with it.
Yeah, information now being gleaned, and a teleport going to be utilized here by Perfect. Pioshik moves up, sees that health bar is getting low. As Glacial Prison to come on in there, that is the secure on the Baron, and it looks like Kingin will be the sacrifice. Now, you have to see whether D+ can get out, but Perfect is trying to corral him. There's a flash in, and Deft is just picked off, Aiming is massive, and this is all about protect the president now. As aiming, you have to be careful. Cease and desist comes in, scatter the weak, but immediately the cleanse comes down. And they don't have a lot of damage without the Lucian, and now the re-engage comes in. Then from Perfect finds the wallop as well as POG wants to get on over. Showmaker is going to be taken down. Lucid keeping them all in position. The stuns are everywhere. The hood, what the heck? Oh my god, Perfect, no wonder you have 100% win rate. You're just the best now in the world.
Perfect with the hop on his head. He got Goomba stopped by this man.
He wasn't even old enough to play Mario.
I know. How did he do it?
And then let's watch this. Here we go. Double in the wall. Narbar expires, but he is doing so much damage. Grabs this kill and then wait for it. Wait for that hop. 2, 1. Right on his head. Bam.
And just the fadeaway. Wasn't even watching. He's waiting for that opportunity.
Look at Perfect. He's just pushing.
Yeah, is it going to be aiming? There's the flash forward. The scatter comes in as well, and he's down to the GA. Now that DPS is not going to be in this fight. Lucid going down so low. Aiming gets himself out of there, but he's not going to be able to hit anyone. And KT, they came in like a wrecking ball halfway through game 2, and now they've stomped over the top of D+ in this moment. 4,000 gold now the lead. They should be able to break open the base.
I mean, Perfect's on one side, a threat on your tank on the other side. You've got POG, he's a threat on your back line, and they follow up so beautifully, and I think that is just the push to end here. Yeah, no front line anymore. There's only so much Showmaker and Aiming can do to hold this off.
Oh man, this has just been such a crazy series. Perfect. He's going to make Showmaker go into his Zhonya's. He's taking a lot of damage, finds 2, or technically 3, with his Gnar, and he's able to get himself out of there. The Nexus turrets will fall down. My goodness, that house hurts so much, and Showmaker's going to go down. That is going to be the ace reapplied, and KT, they will win game 3 and stay in second place. Perfect has just come up here, and there's all of these legends that he's playing alongside. It looks like he has meshed. And it is working out.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POG Interview translation, and we are joined by POG and Perfect of KT Roster. Congratulations.
네, POG를 받은 표식 선수 또 퍼펙트 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. 표식 선수 인터뷰를 제가 얼마나 기다렸는지 몰라요.
I've been looking forward to interviewing you, and it's nice to see you in good spirits.
한 말씀 부탁드리겠습니다.
How do you feel about today's win? Before the match, we knew that we were going up against a good team, and I was pretty nervous, but I'm glad that we were able to get a good result. But it was a really long day for us, so I'm pretty exhausted. And Perfect, you got another POG following last match. How do you feel? I didn't know I would get POG. I just played aggressively and it went well. I think that's why. And POG, you demonstrated such incredible Xin Zhao plays, and analysts say that there is no player who can play Xin Zhao as well as POG. So how do you feel about your Xin Zhao? I feel like whenever it comes to playing the game, I like to fight and I play aggressively. I feel like Xin Zhao is a champion that really complements my playstyle, so I would say maybe I would rate myself a 7 or 8 on Xin Zhao. Fan Sign says, I waited 1 year to see and meet POG. And POG, did you know that your opponent today, Lucid, is a rising star jungler with high anticipation? And he actually had a personal record of 17 winning streak with Vi on stage, and you broke that record. So do you feel bad for him? I feel like I personally thought Lucid did a really good job today. And 17 winning streak is actually pretty impressive, but LCK won't be so easy on you. And game 2 was an intensely close game. It was also the longest game of spring. And so how did you keep your mental strong? I feel like I had really full faith in my own team until the end, and I felt like we were just waiting to catch that moment when the opponent is caught off guard. So I think that was what really helped us win today. And Perfect, your Udyr seemed to have struggled a bit. So how did you keep your mental strong today? I just kept in mind to not make the same mistake from the previous game. Did Pyoshik give you any advice after? I think not just Pyoshik, but everyone else gave me a word of advice. They said, it's okay, we'll carry you, so don't worry. Pyoshik, that's very reliable of you. You know, I've personally played bad in the past too. And whenever I just talk to Perfect, I say, you know, it's okay. If you don't do well, we'll make sure that we cover up for you. And maybe that's why, thanks to the advice, you got an insane solo kill in Game 3, and BDD was so excited for you too. I felt like I was so frustrated throughout Game 1 and 2, so maybe Game 3 I just kind of went all out, and maybe that's why it felt so refreshing. You remember this moment? I can't really remember, but this was when you put you went in with a big stun on the Fed Zeri. So how did you find this team fight angle? I felt like we were able to catch out Zeri this moment, so I think that's why I went in. So were you just kind of keeping your eye on Zeri the entire time? Yeah, I think thanks to my teammates and the aid that they provided me, I was able to go in without any trouble. And any word for the fans who cheered for you ever so loudly? I feel like through this match, I'm able to grow as a player. So next time, I'll make sure that I don't show you guys me inching next time. So thank you. And Pyoshik, you will meet KDF and T1 next week. What is your resolution? I feel like it's been a long time since I came to Korea to be on stage. And it's a great start that we got our 2 wins. And we'll make sure that we are prepared for next week, and we will make sure we do well. And this will be the end of the interview with Pyoshik and Perfect from KT Rolster and Back to the Space.